So I've kind of been hinting at this with the Philadelphia 76ers. The Philadelphia 76ers are easily one of the three most important teams come playoffs. Like, we're going to be watching what happens with the Philadelphia 76ers very closely, right? Because they could literally change the landscape of the NBA. So I have the Golden State Warriors at number one. Obviously, if the Warriors lose and Kevin Durant decides to want to leave Golden State after that, or if the Warriors lose and Kevin Durant decides to want to stay in Golden State, right? That's a big storyline. Kevin Durant leaving Golden State now allows other teams in the West to become contenders. I still think the Warriors will be one of the top 2-3 teams, but now Houston takes a leap forward if the Warriors lose Kevin Durant. So many things happen if Kevin Durant and the Warriors, depending on where his mind at. Maybe he thinks if the Warriors win a championship, then he doesn't have to come back. That's enough. Maybe he thinks, okay, if we don't win, I can just leave. Or maybe he thinks winning means now I could go after a fourth straight championship. There's a lot that goes on with KD if he wins a ring or loses a ring this year in Golden State. So hold on to the Warriors. They're number one. The second team we're going to be watching is the Boston Celtics, right? Kyrie Irving. What if they get eliminated in the first round? Then we probably believe that Kyrie's going to leave Boston. It didn't work out. They were at full strength this year, and it didn't work out. So you got to watch Kyrie as well and the Boston Celtics if they lose in the first round or the second round, and see how that impacts free agency. The third team, I would say the third most important team in the playoffs this year, Philadelphia 76ers. Can they make it to the finals with this team together? This kind of wacky, quirky team of different personalities. All these guys' personalities are super different. But all these guys are super talented, from Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, Jimmy Butler, and their star player Joel Embiid, right? So you got all these mixtures together, these four all-star caliber players together. By the way, all these guys have made the all-star team except Tobias, who probably should have been an all-star in the West this year. You got all these pieces together, and if they make a deep run in the playoffs, we'll see how deep the Philadelphia 76ers pockets are. Because I've been told they plan on going after Tobias Harris, so you can go ahead and jot this down, no matter what happens with Jimmy Butler. Their priority is going to be to sign Tobias Harris to a long-term deal. Because they probably could get him for a little less. Maybe he gets max money. Maybe they give him a little less than max money. To me, he's a low-risk type of guy. He's not going to bring any drama into the locker room. You're not going to have any issues out of him, win, lose, or draw. That's not his personality. We've seen him play on the Magic. We've seen him be a guy on the Pistons. Like, he just does. Those are two bad teams from a wins perspective, but you don't hear any complaints out of Tobias Harris. I actually know someone who knows Tobias, a mutual friend. We both went to Tennessee, so I know a mutual of Tobias. He's just a good dude, right? Just a good dude. And Tobias ain't going to give you any problems. The Philadelphia 76ers are going to want Tobias. And to be honest with you, Philadelphia's thinking is he fits better with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, and I agree, right? Like, it's easier for Ben Simmons to play with a guy who can shoot the ball. He can shoot a little better than Jimmy Butler. And a guy who you really don't need to run a lot of plays for. When a play breaks down, when Ben's at the top of the key and you know he can't shoot, you got a guy that can break the defense down and still go get you a bucket on any possession, right? He plays off Joel Embiid well. He's a good floor spacer. He's a guy, again, just a high character, not a lot of personality, not a me guy. They're going to want to lock him up first. They want to keep Jimmy Butler. But let's make it clear, their priority is going to be to keep Tobias Harris. They want a guy that plays well with Ben and Joel Embiid. And the jury's still out if Jimmy Butler fits into this mix. Obviously, he's a clutch player, a tough guy, a glue guy for a team. But I don't know if he meshes well. Philly might want to go after someone else, this summer. Do something else for their fourth guy to compete in the NBA. Like, maybe it's just a role player, a really good, consistent role player. Maybe it's a Trevor Ariza type of guy. We will see this summer. But no matter what happens with Jimmy Butler, I've been told the Philadelphia 76ers plan is to go hard after whatever happens with Jimmy Butler. They're going heavy after Tobias Harris. That is what I've been told, and I believe that they're going to sign Tobias, and I believe Tobias is going to want to stay in Philadelphia long term. He's going to cash out, And now it just comes down to, can they sign Jimmy Butler? I think if they make it to the finals, Jimmy probably will stay on. But other than that, I wouldn't be surprised if Philly's like, yo, we'll give you a lot of money, but if the Lakers make you a better offer than us, even though we can offer an extra year, if the Lakers are going heavy for you, we might let the Lakers have him, or whatever. If the Clippers go heavy after Jimmy, just go. You can just go ahead and enjoy your career somewhere else, because, we're not doing that. We're not going to go above and beyond for a guy who we've seen. Look, in Chicago and in Minnesota, he gets frustrated and he wants out. So I just think Philadelphia is going to proceed with caution with Jimmy, but they're going to go all in on Tobias. Tobias might not be as good as Jimmy overall, but he fits better with that Philadelphia 76ers team. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. You are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
Mr.Taliaferro.
Shout out to Mr. Taliaferro.
You're watching Mr.Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Taliaferro TV. Here with the triple B's. You can't do nothing but win.